Mr. Mayor, you have talked about how important transparency is. And recently you've been interviewing police officers who are seeking promotions, and we can see those on videos, and we're going to include the links in the text below this video. Why is transparency important for you, and what do you hope it will result in?
So I know I've made these comments before, and one of which that I'll continue to preach during my time here, but understand that government is designed so that no one person is in total power and control, and everything always leads to the people. Mm-hmm. And so when I think of a local government and how it should operate, I think of inclusiveness. We are a community of differences in every corner of our city, and we need to be sure that as we go forward to spend limited resources, that we be sure that the decisions are reflected of the communities of which we serve. So that is why the transition team was created. That is why the result of the transition team established 7 advisory council groups, which is what I often describe as the greatest civic engagement experiment. You don't have to be a professional or an expert in every subject area. You just have to have a genuine interest in our community to be part of that space and offer input into direction and strategy when it comes to the given subject areas. That is why we have the Police Relations Advisory Committee that meets regularly with me, with our chief, to talk about strategies and new initiatives that we can be doing at the police department to also further develop and strengthen the relationship between police and the community. That is why we did those interviews publicly, because, you know, why not? I know it was non-traditional for our police department, but certainly a practice that happens at our fire department with our 3-member board of fire commissioners. All their interviews and all their promotions are done in public meetings. Now, I know I maintain the appointing authority, but there's nothing that says that I can't have these interviews openly and in public. And the goal there was to, again, allow the public to see who is coming into these roles, and build a better connection and continue, you know, that ongoing initiative to strengthen the relationship between, you know, how the public views our local police department, and, you know, vice versa. You know, transparency, I think the goal here is to de-escalate as much as possible any potential concern of backroom deals or nepotism, and make sure that the people, the citizens of Holyoke, to the largest extent possible, have some oversight control, so that we're held accountable, so that I'm accountable. And so that, you know, government is accountable to the needs of and concerns of the people of our city.
And Mr. Mayor, what do you hope will result from this transparency?
What I hope the outcome of this level of transparency is a better quality of life, cleaner streets, safer streets, better parks for families to play in, you know, a vibrant downtown. I think the ultimate outcome here, we're all agents of contributing to a better quality of life for ourselves and our neighbors. And so by having that level of participation contributes to community pride, contributes to ownership, and ultimately contributes to the greater good of the environment of the city. Because when you think of those communities that people often think about, right, like, you know, Northampton or going to Boston, or, you know, these vibrant cities, whether small or large, it's not it's not the environment, that's the people there creating that environment. And if you look deeper into it, it's the amount of ownership and pride and participation there is by the local community that engages in those initiatives and those activities and in those decisions. And so those are the barriers that we're trying to knock down here in Holyoke. You know, we want, whether if you live in West Holyoke or down in South Holyoke, we want folks to feel a sense of pride and ownership by having simple things like access to their government.